First of all, I want to thank everyone who's subscribed, who's watched my videos, who's left comments. Like, it really does mean the world to me. Whether you're my family, my friends, or newcomers, it's just really cool that people want to hear what I have to say. And this is a channel I've always wanted to do, but I was never brave enough to try it, and I genuinely have just been having a blast since I started it. So I just wanted to get a little sappy for a second and tell you guys that today we're going to be doing a really fun video. We're going to be doing a reading wish list, like my TBR for the summer. I'm just going to talk about some summer books that I want to read before the summer ends. It's a really ambitious long list, so will I get to all of them? No. But I'm setting a goal that I want to read some of these. And I love reading roundups. I love listening to other people's TBRs. I feel like that's how I discover books I want to read. So yeah, we're just going to talk about some books today. I'm having a terrible hair day, so if I'm subconsciously messing with my hair every 5 seconds, I'm sorry, but it's driving me up the wall. But okay, let's get started. I made a list. This is confidential information because I'm going to be talking about it, but I made a list of all the different books, so I'm feeling super organized. So the first book on my list is, I might be cheating because I already started it, but it's a series and I wanted to at least start the series for the summer, the Magnolia Park series. It's by Jessa Hastings. People were describing it on TikTok or just to me as a British gossip girl. And you know, I ate that up immediately. It's kind of interesting because each book has a different subject, but there's only 2 subjects. And the first subject is Magnolia Parks and her love interest, and then it flips in the next book to a girl named Daisy Hates and her love interest. And then, or the third book goes back to Magnolia, and the 4th book I think goes back to Daisy. So it's very interesting. My friend's reading it and she's way ahead of me. She said that it's like each book is like the different side of the story, where it's like, okay, the first book you're seeing Magnolia's point of view and her story, and then the Daisy Hates book is in the same time, but it's Daisy Hates' story that's going on as that one's going on. Magnolia and her love interest, BJ, they are so toxic for each other. It's very Chuck and Blair coded, and you know what, I'm kind of here for it. I said it once in another video and I'm gonna say it again. If Magnolia Parks ever gets a TV show, I want Magnolia and BJ to be played by the Queen Charlotte actors from the Queen Charlotte prequel, and I think they'd be perfect for it. Just imagine it if you read the book. Okay, it sounds perfect. I'm reading the first one right now, and it took a little bit for the drama to pick up, but oh my god, once it did, it's so good. I'm very excited to start Daisy Hates. My friend said that she loved Daisy Hates more, so I'm very intrigued. Like I said, it's like the same characters in every book, but you know, different sides of the story. So Daisy's been introduced, but I really don't know much about her. I'm so excited to keep reading those. And as for it being a British gossip girl, it kind of is, I'd say. Like, it has the elements. There's not like a gossip girl other than just like the British tabloids, you know, but I am very interested and it's so good. So yeah, that's my number 1 for now, just because I already started it. And I think I'll at least try to read Daisy Hates in the summer, and then the other 2 books, I don't know if there's 2 or if there's 3 more. I don't know. I'll get started in those as the year progresses. My hair just decided to hate me today. Suddenly it doesn't know how to stick to my head. I'm so sorry. It's driving me insane. Does anybody else's day revolve around if their hair looks good or not? Because mine does. And when my hair doesn't feel good, I don't feel good. So that's amazing. The next book I want to read was actually recommended by my friend from her mom. We were at a bookshop and we saw this table was full of Abby Jimenez books. I want to start with Just for the Summer because I know that one just came out and people are just losing their minds over it. Basically, these 2 people think they're cursed because they date someone, and then once they break up with that person goes on to find their soulmate, which I think was the plot of a movie. I'm gonna have to look that up because it sounds so familiar, but like, anyway, I'm here for it. So they decide they're gonna date each other, and they think that that will cancel the curse out, and then they'll both find their soulmate. I wonder what will happen. I'm sure they're soulmates, but I think that sounds so cute, and I've just heard people rave about Abby Jimenez, so I am really excited to give that one a read. It's a Good Morning America book club pick, so that's probably that means people probably like it. And Elle magazine said it's a witty, slow burn rom-com as the ideal beach read, so sign me up. I really want to start that, I want to find new authors, so very excited to start that one. This book I am so excited about. I want this book so bad. It is called Before We Were Innocent by Ella Berman. I've never read anything by her, but this is a Reese's book club pick, and if Reese Witherspoon gives it her stamp of approval, I'm in, okay? But this book seems so interesting. First of all, like the black and white and the pink going together, God, it already looks aesthetic. It basically follows these two friends who were not convicted of their friend's mysterious death when they all went on a vacation in Greece. And so 10 years later, they both tried to or one of them tried to forget that ever happened, while the other one kind of capitalized on her friend's death.
Doesn't sound that good.
And became like a motivational speaker, or like used it to kind of get famous, which, you know, seems a little exploitative if you ask me, but whatever. The two friends have gone completely opposite directions after their friend's death. The media has like picked them apart over the years, like blaming them for the death, even though they've never been convicted. And basically the friend who's the motivational speaker shows up at the other girl's door and is like, I need you to help me come up with an alibi. So that makes you think that they're guilty, but I don't know. And I think the book, it's labeled as like a psychological thriller, but also like a summer read. So like, that sounds so interesting. I love a good mystery. I haven't read mystery in such a long time, but I want to get back into it. This one just sounds so interesting, and it seems, at least from reading the synopsis, that you can't really tell what's happening. Like, you don't know who to believe, which sounds really cool. But yeah, this one's definitely in like my top favorites that I want to read this summer. So maybe I'll do a reading vlog of that one. It just sounds really interesting, and I keep having to stop myself from buying it because I already have books that I've bought that are on this list that I need to read.
But like, I want this one so bad.
How about I just get it, you know? I don't know. But okay, yeah, Before We Were Innocent by Ella Berman. I want this one like crazy. Next one is a mystery that was suggested to me by one of my friends, and it is called The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. And it was a TV show. I think Reese Witherspoon's like production company made a show out of it with Jennifer Garner like a year ago. It follows Jennifer Garner's character. I'm gonna be referring to her as Jennifer Garner, just heads up. It follows her as she's the stepmother of this girl who like wants nothing to do with her. Her new husband of like a year goes missing, but he leaves a letter to Jennifer Garner, basically like to protect the daughter. And so it kind of forces the daughter and the mom to work together, try and figure out what happened. It seems like the FBI is involved, and there's a big mystery as to why the dad took off, or like what happened to him. It sounds really good. My friend said she finished it like so quickly. Don't quote me on this, but it might have been filmed on the University of Texas, which I went to the University of Texas, hook 'em horns. So like, that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know if it was supposed to be like taking place there, but like, that's cool. And it's on sale at Target right now, so like, no, I have to control myself. I have books on this list in my possession that I need to read first, but that one sounds really cool. We are adding another mystery to the list. This was recommended by my friend Kelsey, and she said she finished it like so fast and was like so obsessed with it. So that sounds good, because like, I want a page turner, you know? This one is called First Lie Wins, and it is by Ashley Elston, and it also is a Reese's book club pick, so like, if that woman puts her stamp of approval on something, I'm going to listen. From reading the synopsis, it sounds like it's a mysterious woman with a fabricated identity becomes entangled with her mark, risking exposure to her true self. So I think it's like this woman, she sounds like she's a spy. And the synopsis was kind of confusing as I was reading it. So like, if I'm wrong and you read this book, I'm so sorry. I think she's like, she has an assignment to kind of be following this guy and has a fake identity, but as she gets more entangled, she's actually like liking the life she has, is what it sounds like. This one sounds really cool. It's giving like Black Widow, like someone undercover, and it seems like one of those you don't know who you can trust. So that one is definitely on my list. I'm wanting to try and get more into mysteries, because I used to love mysteries as a kid and like as a teenager. I don't know why, I just kind of fell off of reading them, but I want to start reading them more. So packed this list with some mysteries, as you can see. What is summer if not a little romance book as well? So let's move on to those. I really want to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I am so late to the game. I am aware of that. I think I read all her books, even though they're not like a series, but like, you know, her books out of order. I read Happy Place first, and then I read Beach Read, and then I read funny story. So I only have people we meet on vacation and book lovers left. And I've heard people just rave about book lovers. So I got that one the other day when it was at Barnes & Noble. That one I really want to read, and it'll probably be second after Magnolia Parks because I do have it in my possession. Let's talk about what this book is about, even though probably the whole world except me really knows what it's about. But hey, at least I'm starting now. It follows these two people, Nora and Charlie. Nora's a literary agent who loves reading. Charlie is a editor in the city as well, and they both end up in this small town in the south, and they keep running into each other, and it doesn't seem like they like each other, so it might be enemies to lovers or small town romance, you know, and they keep running into each other on like these like outlandish coincidences, and so they start to wonder if it's like fate is what I'm getting. So yeah, it does say they're rivals. Okay, one summer, two rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. What's the plot twist? Like they fall in love? Like I guess I'll have to see. It's got a 4.4 or 4.1 on Goodreads, which is pretty lot of high. So yeah, I am very excited to read this one, and I think I'll do a reading vlog of that one for sure, just because I love doing that with Funny Story. And I think this one's getting a movie, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like all of Emily Henry's books are getting made into a movie or a TV show, so you know I'm gonna be fan casting this one in my head. It is giving kind of like enemies to lovers. I like that they're rivals. Miss Henry never misses, so like I know I'll be enjoying that one for sure. Next one I also have in my possession. It's been sitting on my TBR shelf for like a year now, but it's called One Italian Summer, and it's by Rebecca Surley. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. I actually got so interested in it when I saw it at the bookstore because the dedication page was a Lorelai Gilmore quote, which I'm obsessed with. And apparently Lauren Graham reads the audiobook version, so maybe I'll listen to the audiobook because that sounds so fun. This book follows a girl who recently lost her mother, and they had planned to go to Italy together, like for the summer. She still ends up going on that trip even without her mom, but then the twist is, this is all on the back of the book, so don't get mad at me. The twist is while she's there, I don't know if she's losing it or if it really happens, but she sees her mom as a 30-year-old and she's enjoying Italy. So it seems kind of supernatural or like, you know, some spiritual things going on, but she gets to spend the summer with her mom in Italy, but it's like a young version of her mom. And I think it's about like handling grief and a mother-daughter relationship. So it sounds
like it's gonna emotionally wreck me.
I think that's why I've been putting it off, but it does sound really cute. I was very lucky and got to travel to Italy last summer, and hands down became one of my favorite places in the world. Like, it's just such a peaceful, beautiful country, and I absolutely loved it. So I think half the reason I got the book also is because how much I love Italy. Like maybe it'd be a good one to read like tanning one day, but I don't know. It'll get read eventually, but it does sound really cute, and I have a feeling I will cry. So anyway. The final book I have on my list is by Carly Fortune, and it's her newest book. It's called This Summer Will Be Different. It does sound so cute. I have only read her debut book, which was Every Summer After. I didn't read Meet Me at the Lake. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I have seen people raving about This Summer Will Be Different. I think it follows this girl who goes to this town and is like a tourist, and she's shown around by this guy, and they hit it off and they have like, you know, a night together, and she finds out it's her best friend's little brother. So like, oh my god, it's giving Victorious, my best friend's brother is the one for me. But and I think they've decided like they can't be together, like the brother would get really mad, or there's a bunch of reasons as to why they shouldn't be together. So it's like, we're gonna ignore that ever happened, but obviously I'm sure they won't be able to ignore that ever happened, like, let's be for real. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one as well. As for the ones I think I'll get to this summer, I mean, I've already started Magnolia Park, so I think I'll finish Magnolia Parks, hopefully start Daisy Hates, and then I'm gonna read Book Lovers. After that, I'll probably end up reading Before We Were Innocent because I'm really excited about that one. This was really fun. I think it's kind of fun to just talk about books on this channel because I feel like I have like my own little personal book club, you know? And definitely let me know if you want me to do a reading vlog of any of these. I think I'm already planning to do a reading vlog of Book Lovers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment below what your summer TBR is, you know? Give me recommendations or tell me if you've read any of these books. Don't spoil them for me, but tell me if you've read any of these books and which ones you think I should start with. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel so inclined to subscribe, I'd appreciate it, but like, I'll get it if you don't want to. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.